Double 16 for Sharp.
Game shot.
And he finds what Kevin couldn't.
Sharp.
Everything is working out for the Scot.
I'm not talking about where the darts are landed. I'm talking about the reactions to it.
Game shot on the second leg.
Not the first time we've seen a 100
Lankhausen.
check out. And look at that guy right there. Showing a bit of spirit and a little bit of synchronized water drinking for a Friday afternoon.
Game on.
But flicking at the dart, not throwing it. A little bit all over, but that's a good dart.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
Well, I'm speechless.
David shot.
He hasn't played very well in that leg, but he still found an 18
Vivek,
darter.
it's David to throw first.
An opportunity offered to Sharp to get 2 invaluable points.
Game
He's
shot
going to
and
wonder
the
how
match.
on earth he has
David
won that
shot.
game. And Lankhausen is going to feel, how did I lose it?
Joey requires
Might not be too
72.
bad. That is, of course, unless Joe takes this away.
Game shot on the second
Which he
leg.
does.
Joe Bridle.
2 out of 3 in the doubles, and somebody
Third leg, it's Joe
is
to
having
throw
a blast.
83.
This could be the second victory in this group for Joe Bridle. Does he need 2 darts? That is a wonderful check out. And he's won that
Joe
game by 4
Bridle.
legs to 0 because he could hit doubles. It was a steady display from Joe.
Currently require 121.
At this point in time, I want to know what you would want. But I want it the next leg.
Game
That
shot
next
on
leg
the
is about to
second
start.
leg.
That 12 darter from
Chuck
Parry was a distinct improvement on what we saw in leg 1.
That world ranking suggestion could come in as well.
Tops.
Game
Now he's
shot
hitting
on the
everything.
Third leg. Kurt Parry.
Well, well, well. And Parry might be the sunshine melting in the 99.
Game shot.
Look at
and
the way he's
match.
finished in the
Kurt
last 3
Parry.
legs. He's got rid of Martin Turner in 6 minutes and 12 seconds. The first leg wasn't even that good, but the next 3 were.
No score.
What is
Mark
happening
require
here?
32.
This is a bit like McGeeney's first game, but in reverse. He's going to try and slide it in.
16. David, you
I
require
admire the
10.
thought of trying to slide it in on a flat barrel like that, but it just didn't work.
Six.
Penny for the thoughts of
Mark
Sharp
require
right now, who
16.
really hasn't turned up anywhere near what he was doing yesterday. Double 2.
Game shot on the
He
second
finds
leg.
that second leg.
Mark McGeeney.
He will not believe that he's won it in 9 visits. It's a dart at the bull to win. Beautiful
Game
bullseye.
shot and the match.
And it's a much
Mark
improved
McGeeney.
performance from the former Lakeside finalist who lost his first game by 4 legs to 0 to Joe Bridle. This is a big ask for someone who is struggling for confidence in this group. However, he finds it
Game
anyway.
shot on the second leg.
Look how
Kevin
good that ball
Lankhausen.
was.
So you require 80.
Double 10.
Game shot on the
He's
fourth
calculated
leg.
that one perfectly,
Martin
hasn't he? 2-2 in this one. On the Lankhausen throw. Turner has to attack if given the choice. Double-double.
Game shot on the
Clean as a
fifth
whistle.
leg. Kevin
No
Lankhausen.
deflections. And a 3-2 lead. This guy's got some
Declare against
flamboyance,
Martin
that's
to
for
throw
sure.
first. Game on.
Me.
One.
The frustration
Martin, you
is
require
boiling
10.
over. And he's bordering on referee participation. Does Turner make him pay?
5.
Well, to be honest with you,
Kevin
the
required.
reaction may have distracted his opponent. Never a dull moment in Portsmouth. And he does win the match. An eventful game, that's for sure. 6 legs played. I think Martin Turner can understand the frustrations of Kevin Lankhausen. He hasn't won a game until then in this group. Is Parry going to do just that as well? Nope, because he's done it with a dart to spare.
Kurt Parry.
Parry's still got that possibility. But the most important thing is that he's got the points.
Kurt Parry.
Kurt is bearing down on David Sharp in this table. 2 from 2 and 8 legs he's played. He's won them all.
Game shot on the third leg.
And this 3-0 lead for Turner is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Full flag, it's Mark to throw first.
Forgive this phrasing, but he has been completely walloped today a couple of times. He doesn't make a mistake on the singles. And he doesn't make a mistake on the tops. That was a wonderful out from Mark. Can Turner win? Can he turn things around? That's how he does it. A perfectly pitched 64 out will send Mark McGeaney packing and back to the Midlands. Double top. Can he use that dart? Or that one? He can, and he can take a 3-1 lead. He'll not believe that he's got it. Take it and run.
Fifth leg, it's David to throw first.
To finish the job.
Game shot.
Consider it finished with his best leg of the match. Not a classic by any means, but the most important thing right here is that Razor is back in the winner's circle. 14 points, and he's put big pressure on Kurt Parry and Martin Turner to try and keep up with him. Average in that game just a shade over 81. His doubles were okay at 4 out of 11, but the most important thing is he gets the points. We've seen 115 started on the bullseye. We've seen it ended on double 18.
Game shot on the first leg.
The great standard
Kurt
continues. Parry is definitely turning up today.
Second leg, it's Kevin to throw first.
Double 6. Game over.
The match.
Parry still in the top 2, but now with a 2-point buffer and a 4-1 game winning scenario against the Belgian this week. Closer this game is, the better it is for the Scotsman. Double 16. That's more like it.
The full flag. Martin Turner.
Great shot.
Fifth leg, it's David to throw first.
That deserves every finger of that fist pump. And he leaves himself on double 13 again. Bull. Bingo! Beautiful shot again from Turner.
Martin Turner.
Oh no, no single. But he has got tops with 1.
Game shot on the sixth flag. David Sharp.
Not doing anything today the easy way. Do we press pause? Beautifully done. Breaks in the last leg. Turner is still alive. We're going to go to the last 5 matches not knowing who is through and who isn't. They're looking at the monitor as if to say, we don't know who's through and who's not. It's a really tight window. Tops. It doesn't look like Parry's going to lose this game. Right now, this is not a fair fight. For 14 points. It's got a lot of tungsten in the way. It doesn't make any difference. Call that man the darting Gareth Bale. What a shot on tops. Right in the corner. And Parry does go to 14 points. Nothing
Game
dodgy
shot on
about
the fifth
that.
leg.
Lankhausen's finding a bit of form.
Kevin, you require 47.
More match starts, more opportunities for Kevin to add to his points tally.
Double 7 again.
Game
And this time he
shot
finds
and the
it.
match. Kevin Lankhausen.
So over the last couple of days, it's 7-7 between these two, but they're both going out. He's not trying to fix it. He's trying to smooth it out.
Game shot.
Talk
the
about
third
smooth.
leg.
That
Kurt
leg
Parry.
did not take long.
Fourth leg, it's David to throw first.
Well, do that with the darts, and there's nothing
Game
David
on.
Sharp can do to stop Kurt Parry, really, other than hit a 9-darter.
Double 16.
Game
David
shot on
Sharp
the
is going to
fourth leg.
Saturday night.
David
That means
Sharp.
that they're both qualifying
Fifth leg, it's
for the
Kurt
week
to
4
throw first.
finals.
Game on.
Then beat the score here. Score 85. Uruguay 86.
Game
Beautiful
shot on the
check out.
fifth leg.
And it might be his
David
group
Sharp.
after all. But this would be a nice finish. Double 16. And not only does he
Game
qualify,
shot and the match.
but by beating
David
Kurt Parry
Sharp.
for the second time in the group, he will win the group by 2 points. They're both going through, and we just don't know if they're on a collision course on Saturday night. Well done, you. He needs an 11 or 12.
Game shot on
Beautiful
the
leg, the
first
best he's had this week
Joe Bridle.
for multiple reasons.
Martin, you require 60.
Is this result set? Tops.
Game shot
He
and
ends
the
with a win.
match.
And Martin Turner was so close to getting through. It turns out that it all came down to the leg difference. He was quite a few legs short, but if he'd won one more game, double 18.
Game shot on the
That
first
seems to work
leg.
pretty well.
Kevin Lankhausen.
Double top.
Game shot on the second leg.
Nothing wrong with his
Kevin
doubles.
Lankhausen.
2-0 up.
102.
One more single and one more double for a better group than the first 3 days. He's got his treble. First time he's been confused this week. He's not confused
Game
anymore
shot and the match.
because he leaves us
Kevin Lankhausen.
by stealing 4th position. See you later, Kevin. I can't believe I didn't do the Home Alone. Catherine O'Hara. How about now? Kevin! He's won by 4 legs to 0. And that's the end of our show, where we saw Kurt Parry beat Mark McGeaney and qualify through to Saturday night once again. Martin Turner kept himself in the fray with a 4-3 win against David Sharp, but in that key battle between Sharp and Parry at the end, Sharp did enough, and he did a sufficient amount to win the group as well. And the table, the final table of Group C, sees Parry in second on 14 points. He's joined on 14 by Martin Turner, but the leg difference did make a difference, and David Sharp, he was top overnight, and he kept it eventually after being overtaken in the 4th round